So our sutra is 346. Tata animadi pradharmaha kaya sampad tat dharma anabhigataha cha. From that, so we go back to 45, right? By samyama on the gross and subtle elements and on their essential nature, correlations and purpose, mastery over them is gained. That's the that. So from that comes attainment of anima and other siddhis, so to become very small, and other accomplishments, bodily perfection, and non-obstruction of bodily functions. By the influence of the elements. Note, the 8 major siddhis or accomplishments alluded to here are anima to become very small, mahima to become very big, lagima very light, garima heavy, prapti to reach anywhere, prakamya to achieve all one's desires, isattva ability to create anything, vasitva the ability to command and control everything. So let's spin this back to a realistic idea of how we could jump into this concept, right? So we know that samyama is the absolute control, right? It's the siddhis, it's the cosmic powers, it's the true accomplishments. But if we think about this, whatever we put into the world, right? Whatever energy we throw out there in the world is what we get back. And the need, the deep, strong need for something, the one I always like to use as the example is the samyama on strength and like having the strength of elephants. And you think about someone who's got to lift the car off their loved one because there was an accident. You know, I mean, in these moments of maybe a real challenge or full belief, all kinds of shit is possible. And that's really true. I think it's so easy I said this last week, and I've said this probably all the way through book 3, but I think it's so easy to be put in the box of, oh, that's as far as I go, or, oh, that's crazy, that's impossible. I don't know. I feel that all of these things happen to become very small. So we all have moments in our lives when, and it's not about lack of confidence, that's a different kind of small, but when we feel the need to sort of blend into the environment so that the person we don't want to see does not see us. Truly. Or blend into the environment so we're not drawing attention when the attention should be on somebody else, right? Or to become very big. Think about this energetically. I speak to this when I teach all the time. The energy that we have that merges with the room and making sure that we know how big we are, that we know how much space we actually occupy and take up. And I think we like to feel smaller than we are, or with ego we like to feel bigger than we are, but this is not that. This is that, just this breathing into the room to say, I'm willing to merge with all of these people that I sit here with because it is the right thing and it makes me feel loved and taken care of. And that shows a bigness for sure, to be very light, right? We have these amazing moments where everything's at ease and we feel so light and we float, not just on the mat, but in the world, that we just are on top of everything. And that's on top of not meaning busy, on top of meaning, I got this, this is good, I'm riding the cloud that I'm on. Very heavy. We all know this. I mean, you know, I just did Heartbreak Kids with Taylor, and my sweet friend Brian Kest was just here, and we talked about all of this, you know, my cancer and my brother's murder, and finally being free of my cancer and feeling that weird loss. Like, who am I without it, right? That's the heaviness of the world, and we all have it, can feel so heavy. But this also can mean when you choose that depth of groundedness, it doesn't have to be negative, right? That depth of, this is my ground and this is what I need today, and I need to sink down and take it and feel my roots and know that I'm here. It's heavy, but in such a beautiful way. Prapti, to reach anywhere. I've always believed this. And I feel that social media is a really beautiful tool for some and a really dangerous tool for others, but I think it's a really beautiful tool for things like this because we are in a different way able to reach anywhere. But I'm a firm believer in energy, and I believe that when you send healing energy to someone, regardless of how far away they may be, that they feel you. They might not know what it is that they feel, but I mean, I felt that, where I just suddenly feel this gush of warmth and love and support, safety, and I know it's coming from somewhere, someone, somewhere. Our scope is so big of impact, and I think you don't need to be famous. You don't need to have a million letters after your name. Who gives a shit? That scope of the impact that you make when you're doing good work, whatever that work may be, a beautiful chef that's making incredible food, that's appealing to all of your senses and making you feel, food that makes you want to cry and laugh at the same time, a preacher that makes you want to laugh and cry at the same time, a yoga teacher, a school teacher that makes you want to laugh and cry at the same time. That reach is very big and it's very far, and you may not even know the depth of your impact, but it's there and it's huge and it's beautiful. To achieve all one's desires. We have to be careful with this one though, right? Because desire can come from ego and can be very self-serving. Here in the space of Samyama, that's not what the desires are about. The desires are meant to fulfill your soul's purpose, which is meant to help or serve humanity. So, as you know, it's all about intention, and every sutra is, every yama, every niyama is about intention, right? If your intention is selfless, not selfish, then things will find you, things will come to you. I'm having a crazy week, and so much is happening in my life right now, and I'm letting go of things because I need to, and I'm welcoming new projects that it's just time to welcome. You know, I'm writing my book, and I'm writing and speaking about my cancer and all my surgeries and all of this, and my brother's murder, like all of this stuff, because it's time, right? I feel that if I had tried to do this before now, I would have been doing it from a place of, well, people are telling me I need to write a book, and people are, it wouldn't have been coming from an authentic space. By the way, writing a book is really freaking difficult, and this might take me, I mean, who knows if it'll ever be out there. This could take me forever. But the healing process of getting it down, right, of getting it, continuing to get it out of me and into the world is really, really important. So we have to be mindful of what the desires are, but if the intention is correct, if the intention is there to heal, to inspire, to empower, to help, that's really beautiful. So, and then ability to command and control everything. Let me make something really clear here. I'm, as of a month ago, now 30 years on my mat. 30. I can't even realistically conceptualize this, right? I love the idea of fuck. I love the idea. That's amazing. Yes. Man, if I could command and control everything in my life, things would be easier. But that's the whole point, is right now my idea of controlling things is coming from my picture of how I want things to go. And what this is speaking to is the ego desire is no longer there, right? I don't want to control it because it's the picture I'm creating. This is about you truly surrendering so deeply that you're feeling as if you're able to maneuver the beautiful path that's already been set for you without feeling this need to, well, today I have to, knock this out and knock that out, and this has to happen and that. I'm not big on lists, that's the truth. I don't list. I haven't listed since I was diagnosed. I don't make lists. I think they create expectations that are not fulfillable, and I think they create then disappointment. But I believe that riding the wave of what's happening from day to day without personal reaction or attachment, and that's where it gets really tricky for me, because I have kids and I worry about my kids and they're getting bigger, and then the worry about the things that you were concerned about when they were little, those aren't there anymore. But now they're in the world and they have to learn how to be grown-ups, and I have great fear with that. That's me wanting to command and control something I don't have command or control over. It's honest, I'm just being honest. Which I think a lot of us, maybe all of us, bump into. This level of control is so big that for me, still being in the world and in this ego space of humanity and being a mom and being a business owner and having, oh my God, 70 teachers under me, and learning where the boundary is between teacher and student, and is there one, and how do I create a sangha that I love deeply, that knows they're loved and cared for, but still be the boss, and how do I be a mom but loosen the leash so that my kids can figure shit out on their own, which is really scary because I just want to tell them what to do. This is a beautiful sutra. So, like anything else in this practice, it's moment by moment, it's breath to breath. This is where I am right now, and this is what I can actually accomplish, and there are things that I also can't accomplish yet. And again, and I say this all the time, and this comes up all the time, the only way to eventually be limitless is to know your limitations, right? If I had come on today and said, oh, the ability to command and control everything, it's so easy. You just think, total bullshit. And there are too many people doing that. That's bullshit, unless you're really there. I know a few people that are really there, if any. So you take it bit by bit, and you take it, with as much inspiration and hope and empowerment and healing and God as it's willing to give you in the moment, on that given day. It's the first sutra, right? Atta yoga anushasanam. Now the exposition of yoga is being made. It's constant, and it's being made. And as Iyengar says, we're always writing, reading, and revising all at the same time. I mean, it's really true. So, all right, 346, dig in. Shanti, shanti.